everyone has a public image of Michael Jackson as a performer, but for you, first and foremost, a friend.
A friend. We came together on common ground with the two biggest albums in history, Saturday Night Fever and Thriller. And when Thriller occurred, of course, he really wanted somebody, of course, and of course the Beatles as well, of course, McCartney, he really needed people he could relate to. And he was very shy, very fragile, and went through a lot that was not really anything to do with his music. And
so it was actually coping with that scale of success,
that baggage.
Experience, yeah.
And all this bit about 50 shows, and the biggest problem was being back on stage after what he'd gone through with the court case and how the American media would treat him. And I think stress was very much at the heart of it.
Yeah. I mean, you used to see him, particularly in Miami, I think,
yes,
where you have a Miami Beach. And I mean, what would he say? He ask your advice or how to cope with things?
Well, yeah, we talked sort of normal, everyday things. Sometimes he'd appear about 2 a.m. in the morning on the dock or knocking on the window. I mean, the thing is, we were just friends, and as friends are, we just talk about anything, and it wasn't really anything particularly significant or striking, but he was, at the end of the day, a human being, like all of us, and the fact is, and made music. I think a lot of the problems he had, he could have avoided, but at the end of the day, the stress factor of what had been created got better of it.
I mean, was he a normal person in the sense you could have a normal conversation with him?
Yes, you could have a normal conversation with him, but, you know, this business, when you have a great deal of success in the music business in terms like the albums that we have shared together, it makes you a kind of recluse. It makes you want to hide, and it makes you different from other people because you don't know whether people want to be with you for your own sake or just want to be with you so they can tell other people. You don't know who your real friends are. So there's a lot of hiding and ducking and diving and just going missing suddenly, you know, because you just feel uncomfortable being around a lot of people. So it kind of produces a person in you that wasn't normally there.
And all your relationships are subjected to sort of outside scrutiny without people really knowing what's going on.
Well, it's like me. I've got relatives today I never knew existed when I was a kid. Yeah. It is a kind of it is. You're looking for an escape, but he had a very fragile personality, much more fragile, I would say, than normal, and he had to deal with that, with what he had gone through in the last one. And I would say that the praise offered out to him yesterday, I think if it had been shown to him last year, he'd still be with us.
What about his music? What was unique for you about his
music? He was doing the kind of music that we were doing. That was R&B, harmonies, melody, and about human relationships. And I feel that because he was doing that, his music will reach out over the decades because it's music that everybody can relate to.
Your happy memory of Michael Jackson? Any memory?
Well, it's just recording with him, and just when Michael showed up, just without any prior warning, just knocking on the window in the middle of the night, and you know, just coming in out of nowhere, just being a normal guy, because that's what he was at the end of the day, and he loved the idea of being normal.
Yeah. Were you up at 2 a.m. in the morning?
No, he used to wake me up. But if anybody would want to wake me up, it's Michael Jackson.
Robin Gibb, not a lot of people have Michael Jackson knocking on their window at 2 in the morning, but an intriguing thought. Thank you very much indeed for being with us.